Next, consultation, and I know we talk about this every year, but every year I get more and more phone calls about it. So I'm going to go through this district sample. There are some tweaks and some more clarification that I want to provide. If you look at the first paragraph, it's just the standard. When it is determined that a vacancy is in a certified or classified position exists, and just a reminder that certified and classified, this is every position in your building aside from the principal. Now, the principal shall inform the superintendent of the vacancy and the district's transfer policies become effective. So if you're thinking to yourself, hold on, I don't ever consult in the hiring of teachers, that could be because you have a high transfer rate. If you are using the district's collective bargaining agreement, and if you are part of a school with a high transfer in rate, you may never have the opportunity to use this consultation policy in the hiring of teachers. However, if you hire an assistant principal, you're going to be consulting. If you're hiring a plant operator, secretary, instructional assistant, you're going to be consulting. Next sentence, if the position is not filled through the transfer process, the superintendent will provide a list of qualified applicants for each vacant position. So as long as you're not filling the position through a transfer process or something like FMLA and district obligations through that process, you're going to form a committee. Each school has a different type of committee. This is about as loose as you can get. Some schools have the SBDM council convene to determine the committee. I say just go with let the principal, let you form this committee. And this is what the policy states. An ad hoc interview committee shall be formed by the principal. This committee shall be selected by the principal and shall consist of appropriate stakeholders and interested SBDM council members. That statement, interested SBDM council members, is new this year. There are some groups that feel that read the law as the SBDM council must be part of the interview committee, and there are some groups that feel that the SBDM does not have to be part of that. In an effort to ensure that we are in compliance with both groups, this policy gives the opportunity for us interested SBDM council members to be part of that process. It also gives the opportunity for your SBDM council members to be there to consult at the conclusion of the process, and gives them more involvement in the process. The interview committee shall review the applications and support materials of the candidates and shall interview the candidates for the position. The interview members will sign a confidentiality agreement, and that statement is new this year and does need to be added to your consultation policy. All interviews and discussions of candidates will be conducted in closed session and shall be kept confidential. Upon completion of the interviews, the interview committee shall prepare a recommendation for the principal and council. After consideration is given to both the committee recommendation and council feedback, the principal shall make the final selection and submit this to the superintendent as required by KRS 160.3452H. Remember, at the end of the day, you make the final decision, but you have to follow this process, and you have to follow this process and consult with your council before you sign off the paperwork and submit it to HR that you want to hire an individual. The principal will ensure that the hiring process in this paragraph occurs within an appropriate time frame. Next is the definition of quorum. Some of you have this for summer months, some of you don't have it at all. You don't have to have this definition of quorum, but if you don't, then you cannot use it, okay? And this is just for consultation, for nothing else. The definition of quorum for the purpose of consultation and the hiring of personnel other than the principal only shall be after prior notification of the special called meeting, at least 24 hours prior to the meeting, to all SBDM council members and the media, As required by open meetings laws, those who are in attendance shall constitute a quorum. So you still have to notify your council, you still have to satisfy all open meetings laws, but at the end of the day, when you meet, if it is just you or just you and one other council member, that satisfies quorum, but only for consultation, no other items.